Welcome to the Missouri Star Quilt Company's Beginning Block Series. We have a fun quilt for you to try today. We love the diversity of the charm packs. They are so easy. With the pre-cut 5-inch squares and all the fabrics that blend with each other, any person's taste. We could match any person's taste with these charm packs, and it's so easy. So what we thought we'd show you is this fun quilt that takes 5 charm packs. Generally, a charm pack is about $7 or $8, so for 40 bucks or so you have your top, and we wanted to show you what you'd get. This quilt is made with 5 charm packs. It's a pretty decent size for just 40 bucks, but the fun part is that all your fabrics are cut for you. You can just sit down and sew. They blend nicely together because it's all from one line. So let's take a look at how we put that together. Okay, so what you can see here as we pan on this quilt is we have just taken squares and sewn them together. When you're doing a little patchwork like this, which is a really fun look and an easy look with the charm packs, you just need to make sure that you match up your corners. So we're going to show you how to do that. we have some charm pack squares here, and we are going to seam them together using a 1/4 inch seam. We'll run a 1/4 inch right along that way. So let's go over to the sewing machine. Okay, so now we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam right along the side of these squares. And we won't take those out, we'll just leave them in there, and we'll chain piece some more, because what you're going to do here is you're going to sew blocks of 2 together, then you'll sew blocks of 2s together to make rows of 4. And you just keep extending them until you have a row the size that you'd like. But for this demonstration, we're going to sew these 2 together, and we are going to show you how to nest these seams. I know I've showed you this before in another thing, but it is such a good tip. So we'll head over to the ironing board. Okay, again, when you want to press, you're just going to press down and set that seam, and then you'll lift up that top piece and you'll just slide that iron over. Makes a nice seam. We'll do the same thing with this one. And lift up and press that over. Okay, here we have our two squares that we're showing together to show how to nest seams, and we're going to just lay them on top of each other, right sides together. And see how you just nest them together. You can see the seams going the other direction. You put a pin right in there. If you do that, then your little seams are always gonna, your corners are always gonna match up. So there we go. Then we sew this. Quarter of an inch. And it's always good to hold on to those threads so they don't suck up into your machine. And you can put these together in 4 patches or sew your strips together however you'd like. The point is when you put all the charm squares together from one line, they just blend so nicely. See that nice little matching there? They blend so nicely, and it just saves you all the time of choosing fabric and having to spend all that time looking for that one piece because it's all together in one line. And so you just put them together and it makes this darling little quilt. So let me show you this quilt again so you can get a better look at it. We have 12 squares sewn together all the way across with 16 squares down. Makes a lovely little quilt, about twin size. We took a 2.5 inch strip to box it in for the borders, and we took a 5.5 inch strip to make the outer border. And it just makes a darling little easy quilt where all the quilt squares go together because you've used a charm pack all from the same line. 5 charm packs makes this size of a quilt. Makes a fun little project. Another good idea from Missouri Star Quilt Company. Happy quilting.